ton of Marvel stuff, breaking Spider-Man 4 W slash Tobey Maguire and Sam Raimi. See what everything Hoyt has to say about this and check this out.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka All Fires. Yes, it's still 2023. Yes, Tom Holland is still playing Peter Parker and Spider-Man in the MCU. And yes, you definitely read the title of this video right. Spreading like wildfire across the industry today, and coming from a trusted source, it appears as though Sony and Sam Raimi may be developing and working on a Spider-Man 4 that would indeed bring back the titular star and Tobey Maguire to play Peter Parker one more time. We're going to break down exactly where this came from, what they exactly said, and if true, how this definitely fits the landscape for not only Sony, but Marvel Studios right now with what they're looking to do at the end of the multiverse saga, making good on all these rumors that Tobey Maguire would be back alongside the rest of the Marvel characters for the upcoming Secret Wars. We're breaking it all down, the latest update about Sam Raimi and Spider-Man 4 over at Sony. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews, to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. The next one is right around the corner to coincide with the release of Secret Invasion's finale, just 2 days away. Again, all you gotta do, be a sub, leave a comment on this video if you want, stick around to the end of the video, we'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so all of this broke from comicbook.com under the headline, Thomas Hayden Church has, quote, heard rumors that Sam Raimi may do another Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire exclusive, where they go on to report, quote, Thomas Hayden Church has now appeared as Flint Marko in 2 Spider-Man films, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3 and Marvel Studios' Spider-Man No Way Home. If he gets his choice, however, the actor would most certainly appear in a 3rd one. More particularly, Church tells comicbook.com's Chris Killian that he'd love to appear in a 4th Spider-Man flick from the mind of Raimi. Quote, there's always been some kind of, I've heard rumors that Sam Raimi was going to do another Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire, and if that happens, I would probably campaign to maybe at least do a cameo, Church says. And this was all during an interview in support for the upcoming Peacock's Twisted Metal. Now, they go on to report, quote, Raimi has been long attached to a 4th Spider-Man project, with Sony even pushing the film into pre-production at one point, but that was years ago before the immediate recast into Andrew Garfield. The filmmaker has now said he's down to return for such a project, especially after shooting the multiversal project like Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Quote, I've come to realize after making Doctor Strange that anything is possible. Really anything in the Marvel Universe, any team-ups. Raimi said last year when asked about the possibility of a Spider-Man sequel. I love Tobey, I love Kirsten Dunst, I think all things are possible. I don't really have a story or a plan. I don't know if Marvel would even be interested in that right now. I don't know what their thoughts are about that. I haven't really pursued that, but it sounds beautiful. And even if it wasn't a Spider-Man movie, I'd love to work with Tobey again, even in a different role. Now, is there a possibility that Sony's actually working on a 4th Spider-Man movie with Raimi and Tobey Maguire? Yes, there is a possibility this is true, but I want to talk about some other things that happened right after Spider-Man No Way Home to sort of contextualize this a little bit. First up, if you guys remember the buzz and afterglow of Spider-Man No Way Home, a lot of people were calling for something different, for them to finish Andrew Garfield's trilogy and make a 3rd Amazing Spider-Man. Now, those chants and wishes sort of died out over the next 6 months, but there was one other very key and interesting report that perhaps villains like Thomas Hayden Church's Sandman would get their own solo villain film alongside the rogues gallery of Spider-Man villains that are being included with solo films now, like Morbius, Kraven, and Venom. Now, even at the time and when that report was breaking, even though it felt real in early 2022, I said that that was a long shot, and I didn't really think there was a chance of either of these films, both The Amazing Spider-Man 3 or Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 4, being made. That being said, this would solve 2 huge issues. The first of which, they still don't have a Spider-Man, be it Peter Parker or Miles Morales, in their huge and ever-expanding Spider-Verse that has films like Kraven and Madam Web coming out in the next year or 2. That being said, if you went and brought Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man back as a point-of-view character, and while the multiverse is breaking, you could take that brand new Sinister Six you're developing, not worry about how to get him in the MCU versus Tom Holland's Peter Parker. We're going to talk about that in a different video, by the way, because there are some Venom set photos that certainly made it look like that's where they were headed. Back in the meantime, bringing Tobey Maguire back could offer you that Spider-Man, well, for a little while in your Spider-Verse before you introduce a Miles Morales or bring Tom Holland back over. The second thing it would solve is bringing back and establishing Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker as a character with a backstory currently that leads into Secret Wars, where we have continually heard rumors that Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios' ultimate plan was instead of a portal scene in Avengers Endgame where you take all the superheroes from 616, you have a multiversal crossover where it recanonizes and uses all of the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and variants that have existed in previous Fox iterations of Marvel universes and beyond. That would include, of course, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and fingers crossed, Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as well. While if Sony and Marvel are paying attention, they'll bring back Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as well. Do I think Sam Raimi's fourth Spider-Man installment for Sony, even in the landscape of superhero movies and everything that's going on, would be an absolute slam? I do. I think it's something that everybody wants, and if Sony had the resources and energy to get behind a film like that, I think everybody would be all for it. But guys, that's my final thought, and I want to bring this up, not in a pessimistic sort of trying to rain on everybody's parade or squash any dreams, just in a realistic way. For those of you who don't understand sort of the size of the industry or the disparity between some of these studios, Sony, by all metrics, when it comes to their movies and film house, their film studio is extremely small. They don't make that many movies every year, especially outside of the Spider-Man IP, and they don't have a ton of resources, say the way that something like Marvel, because of the parent company Disney, do. And while that may not continue for too long because of the way we hear they're losing money, if they get sold to Apple, that is Disney and Marvel, they'd have unlimited resources basically. That is not the case for Sony. And so while they do know they can make money there, and they are actively developing their Spider-Verse, probably their most intensive investment from a film IP standpoint. They've got multiple films like Kraven, Madam Web, Venom, and then beyond from that, we've heard rumors of them having some sort of want to bring this all together for a Spider-Geddon, which I still am extremely skeptical about. Let's just worry about getting one movie that doesn't get panned like Morbius, and then we can go from there. But I don't know that they have the size and scope and the resources. And I know that sounds silly. It seems like every film studio in Hollywood is always willing to go back to established IP or something that's familiar before they make something new. But again, if they already have, say, their film schedule plotted out for the next 2, 3, say 4 years, there may not be time for them to develop that and get that done before the end of the multiverse saga. Speaking of which, we have already heard rumors that Raimi may be in the running and up to direct not only Doctor Strange 3, but maybe one of the names on a short list to do Secret Wars. And while I don't think Raimi's directing style fits a Secret Wars in my head, which I will briefly explain from the end of this video, Sam Raimi has formalistic tendencies, and when I say formalistic, it means of the form of film, not formal like wearing a black tie. That being said, he's willing to do more creative things with the camera, the way he fades shots, the way he's willing to do his film's point of view, reference. I just would prefer a more grounded, a more realistic director, say like someone like the Russos, to come back and do that final installment. Just my opinion though. Guys, let me know all your thoughts down below, how hyped you'd be for a Spider-Man 4, if you're down for Raimi to come back direct that, and would you even want Sam Raimi on Secret Wars? I'm all ears. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, okay, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel, and we're going to continue to do so to coincide with the release of major Marvel movies or the finales of TV shows. As luck would have it, one is right around the corner with the Secret Invasion finale late on Tuesday night, early Wednesday morning. If you want to be entered to win, again, this is just 2 days away. Super simple, all the same rules will apply. Hit the subscribe button because you need to be a subscriber, then leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on, and as always, if you liked today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at @I'mBuyers. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, under the name All Fires with Original Music. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.
Subscribe, like this video, have a great day, play this video, and see you guys. Bye.